Hello. So this week we are going to continue on with our Pizza Plates project. Um, we are going to do tasks 7 through 14. So basically, we'll do one task together, and then you'll do a task on your own. So we're going to start with task 7. It says pizza problems. In any business or job, you will run into problems that need to be solved. Let's take a look at a few of the problems that you encountered this week. A large pizza has 12 slices. Your customer wants 1/4 with pepperoni and the rest with ham. How many pieces have pepperoni and how many pieces have ham? So we're looking over here, and our pizza is cut into 12 slices, but our customer says that they want 1/4 with pepperoni. Well, this isn't cut into fourths, so we can't just say one piece and call it a day because this is cut into 12. We need to figure out how many pieces out of 12 is the same as 1/4. So we can do this a couple ways. First off, we can try and find our equivalent fractions. So we know that they want 1/4 in pepperoni, and we're going to set that equal to, and we know that our pizzas are cut into 12 slices. So that is our total, so that's our denominator. So now we have to figure out what our numerator is. How many pieces would be pepperoni? So one way we could do this is our butterfly method. So 1 times 12 is 12. So 4 times what number is equal to 12? And so knowing your multiplication facts and counting by fours, 4, 8, 12, we get 3. So we know that 3 pieces must be pepperoni to make this equivalent fraction. We can also, let me erase this part. We can also talk about equivalent fractions going across and multiplication. So we have 4 here. Oh, let me erase. 4 times what is 12? And so we know that 4 times 3 is 12. And what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 1 times 3 is equal to 3. So again, we get our 3 pieces. And then one last way we can look at it, and remember, I'm just giving you all these options because there are a ton of different ways that you can look at fractions. So if one way doesn't click, that's okay. Just keep trying. So another way to look at this is that this is cut into 12 pieces, but we can actually cut it into fours. So we're going to cut it here, or we're going to cut it here. So we're going to imagine that this pizza is now cut into fours, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So one piece is actually made up of 3 slices. So 1/4 would be our 3 slices of pepperoni. So I can put our pepperoni slices here. In this box, I'm going to say 3 pieces have pepperoni. And then that means it says the rest are with ham. So you have to count out the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 pieces have ham. And of course, 9 plus 3 is 12. So we got the whole entire pizza. All right, so the second one, it says you usually put 3 cups of cheese on a large pizza. A customer asks for half the amount of cheese. How much cheese will you put on the pizza? So right here are our 3 cups of cheese, 1, 2, 3, and they split them in half because we said that we are using half the amount of cheese. So we're only using half of this, and half of this. So our new fractions, let me slide down a little bit. Okay. Our new fractions would be, and I'll type some over here. Okay. 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. Now we didn't really talk about adding fractions in class, and you don't really talk about that until you're older, like 4th and 5th grade. So that's why we're doing this together. It's just showing you how to add fractions. I don't expect you to be perfect in this, but it's just giving you a little sneak peek about what you're going to do when you're older. So when you add fractions, you just add the numerator, so the numbers on top, and the denominator stays the same. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. and then the 2 on the bottom stays the same. The denominator stays the same. So when it says how much will you be putting on the pizza, you're actually going to be putting 3 halves or 1.5 cups on the pizza. So 3.5 cups of cheese. And again, we haven't talked about adding fractions, so I know that may be confusing, but we'll talk more about it. And again, as you get older, you'll be practicing it. But again, 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2, you add the numerators, 3, and then you just keep the denominator 2. So you get 3/2 cups of cheese or 1.5 cups of cheese. And again, another way to look at this is when it says that you're given 3 original cups of cheese, and then the customer asked for half of it, you could do 3 divided by 2, which again is 3/2 right there. You cut a pizza into 10 slices. 5/10 of the pizza are ham and pineapple. 2/10 of the pieces are bacon and mushroom. The rest are cheese. What fraction of the slices are cheese? All right, so I see some important stuff. So I'm going to underline and circle in here. So you cut it into 10 slices. 5/10 of the pieces are ham and pineapple. 2/10 are bacon and mushroom. The rest are cheese. What fraction? So you're looking for a fraction. Our answer is a fraction. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. So here's our 10 slice pizza. 5/10 of the pieces are ham and pineapple. So here's our little ham and pineapple picture. So I'm gonna make some extras, and it says 5/10. So 5 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have those covered, and this says 2/10 of the pieces are bacon and mushroom. So we're gonna do 1, 2. It says the rest are cheese. So how many pieces do we have left? 1, 2, 3. Here's my cheese. I'll put those on there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So my answer would be 3, but if I said 3 cheese slices, would I be correct? I hope you guys are saying no, because if I go back to my question, it says what fraction of the slices are cheese. So that is wrong. I'm going to delete that. And it's 3 out of our original slices, which we have 10 original slices. So it's 3/10 are cheese. The last one, pizza is your favorite food and you are starving. Would you rather have 1/4 of a pizza or 1/6 of a pizza? Why? So we're going to have to compare these. Hopefully you're already thinking which slice you would want, but now we have to prove it. Remember when we're talking about the denominators, when the numerators are the same, and you look at the denominators, you want the big number or the smaller number? Think about that. Do this. And I'm trying my best to make these even. Sorry. Okay. So this first one, we have 1/4. Let me get a different color, shade that in. Okay, 1/4. And then here we have 1/6. So I know my drawings aren't the best, but you can see that 1/6 is smaller than 1/4. You get more pizza on the 1/4. And why? Because you are cutting it into less sections. Remember when I've talked about if we have a candy bar and it's just me and another person splitting it, okay, that's fine. We get a pretty big piece. But then if it's me and the whole class, you're going to have to get smaller pieces. So I personally would rather have the 1/4 pizza. Oh, I need a text box. Okay, I would have the 1/4 pizza I did 1/4. Sorry, I would rather have 1/4 of a pizza because I get more. Whoops. Okay. I would have 1/4 of pizza because I get more, or I could say because I would get a bigger piece. And then you can see right here that shows when you split it into 4. So you get a bigger piece. When you split it into 6, you're splitting it more. So it's smaller pieces. All right, so you're going to be doing task 8 on your own. Task 8 is adding up those fractions. And so remember what I said, that you add the numerator and you keep the denominator the same. So I'm actually going to do these first. I'll do cheese and pepperoni with you, and then the rest you can do on your own. And so cheese is 1 1/2 cups, so it's 1 1/2. This one's harder, 1 1/2, but this is the only hard one. So you add, I'll just give this one to you. 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1/2 plus 1/2 is 2/2, which is also equal to 1. So this one is actually 3 cups. Again, if you didn't understand that, I know we're going to be talking about it more when you are older. But let's try this one. This one makes a little bit more sense. So 1/3 plus 1/3 is equal to, remember you add up the numerator, so 1 plus 1 is 2. You keep your same denominator, so 2/3. And you just copy it over here, 2/3, whoops, cups. Ooh, okay. So you are going to be trying the rest on your own. And then try this last one. It says that you were given 4/6 of cheese. How much more cheese do you need? So how many more slices do you need of a cup do you need to finish that pizza?